being drawn back to Jared Kushner, to read on Jared Kushner. And one question, I'm getting kind of a nagging sense in my head. Did Kushner ever succeed in setting up something like that absolutely bonehead idea of setting up a back channel that he wanted to set up with Russia in the Russian embassy? Hello? Makes me think he was tying his Brooks Brother tie too tight. Cutting off oxygen to his brain. It was so stupid that even Ambassador Kislyak, I think his name was, even he was like, whoa. I mean, it was a dream come true for the Russians. But even he was like, oh, I don't think I want to get in the middle of this. This is stupid. This is very stupid. Yes, this is stupid. Perhaps we can think of something else. Wow. And after that, he was put in charge of Middle East peace and 1,000 other things. I don't know that the Russians have stopped laughing yet. Well, the Russians felt like, I thought this would all be about Kushner, but no, this is, the Russians felt like they were, before they were out in the cold, that they, and not just because Russia is cold, but they were locked out. Secrets, center of the reading. Yeah, secrets, passing back and forth like they're channels. Base of the reading, Trump's victory, sword of truth, sword of might. That's what it feels like. While Trump was a candidate, maybe something could be worked out. But as soon as this happened, no, this is the huge, this is the force of NSA, CIA, FBI, you name it. This is heaven knows how many Russian spies in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere. They've had people running here and there and everywhere. Aww. Because Poo-Poo got his feelings hurt. I think it was in 2012 that there was an uprising in Russia. There were a lot of demonstrations against Putin and the oligarchs and the massive, basically skimming all that money off. Hillary Clinton, who was Secretary of State at the time, came out and spoke about the will of the people and basically against Putin and aw, it hurt his feelings. Hard to think he has feelings. Talk about someone whose heart is 3 sizes too small. In a magnifying glass. And the Russians were like, oh, the possibilities. Oh my gosh, can you imagine what we could find out? Could you imagine what we could get? It feels like all of these lovely things we could, all this information, maybe we could we get plans? I mean, this feels like that information hit the Kremlin like the biggest potential Christmas ever in the past or future of mankind. Just keys to the kingdom. What could we get? Well, and the thing is, once we get things, could we send some things? Could he replace? No, we could probably just, what could we do? What could we not do? What could we? And then they really just wanted to puff up Trump's ego. This is how Trump sees himself, strong and young and powerful and with a massive sword and wildly extravagant blonde hair. So they wanted to just blow all this smoke up his little tunic skirt to make sure, what could we get? I mean, just think about it. The secret, and Kushner had access to so much. And military plans? What about, what are they going to do economically? What are they going to do? Oh, just so the possibilities. And it would cost so little. It would cost so little to get all of that. That's what the Russians were thinking. Seriously, I'm surprised that there are people who've probably, They probably need liver transplants for all the vodka they drank afterward in joy's celebration. Hopes and fears. They saw, this is how they saw Kushner, as a weak, feminine pushover. A little pretty boy. And then they were like, okay, we know how to control Trump. How do we control Kushner? Maybe help him with the finances. Maybe there's some money we could launder through blah, blah, blah. Seriously, this, we, in America, we looked at, we found out about Kushner wanting to set up this back channel with Russia. And we were like, are you insane? Did you fall and hit your head on your yacht? But in Russia, because I believe the CIA found out about it because Kislyak called back to Russia and was like, oh my God. And that information hit there. Whew, what other people see. Kushner being an idiot. Here, have the gold cup. Just kind of blank. Here, have everything you want. We'll work together. Let me give you everything. Whatever's precious, let me give you everything that's precious. I'll bring you precious stuff. I will bring it to you. It was too good to be true. And they were, well, what do we do? What do we do about it? And so they were even thinking, okay, this feels like, could we tap into some kind of subterranean lines that go into the White House? Could they tell that? Because then Kushner could just call us from there. And is there some way we could? I mean, they really went to town trying to find a way to make this work. Then it was found out, and kind of the sunlight came down, and they couldn't. No, but this is after that. My first impression when I flipped over this card was that he did it. Kushner found a way. Success! There, I did it. Goes with this cup. Here, let me hand you. That's what it's like, no, wait, let's not jump to conclusions. And we know that sunlight is the best disinfectant. Let's verify here. And did Kushner actually use back channel to Russia that he set up that wasn't known by the CIA, or he thought wasn't known by the CIA? People listening, they can't listen. We have to make sure they don't listen. They can't know. There's too much at stake. That's that building, 666 Fifth Avenue. There's too much at stake. We have to do it, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Yeah, he did it, and he's going to prison for it. It's part of what he's going to prison for. Whew! It's bad. What he's given up, information is just voluminous. The secrets he's given up, they're going to hurt America. Or did hurt America. No, they're going to hurt America. Kushner, what did you do? I had to do it. It's how business is done. I had to save my family. This again, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to take charge. There was so much going on, but I had to do it. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. I get this all the time with him. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. There's no sense of personal responsibility. Nothing's his fault. I'm supposed to be the patriarch of my family. I'm supposed to be the one in taking care of my family and in charge and future and this. How did they find out? They shouldn't have been listening. They shouldn't. But of course they'd be listening, you moron. and all of these court cases, and it doesn't end well for him, and it's Trump's fault, and it's what did you give up? Justice is coming quickly. Brutally. Pluto is really going to conjunct Kushner's natal sun, and it's just going to blow up his life. Over what? Over just some messages. There were just some messages. It doesn't matter. I mean, what's so bad about that? It's not worth taking everything I have just for a few little messages. It's just a little bit of information. I mean, that's all it was. Only it wasn't just a little bit of information. It was very important information, and he gave up a lot of it. But he doesn't. He'll be in jail, saying all I did was just tell them a few things. It's not that big a deal. People got off with much less for doing much worse things. I know this will come as a huge surprise to you, but he's not a nice man. He takes no responsibility. None. No responsibility. Not even a little. All right, well, yeah, very much a Jared, what did you do? What did you do? That's the sense I'm getting. Oh, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well for him at all. All right, well, but we'll see what happens. I'm just a reader. It's not like what I say goes. We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.